Hello, Cancer. Welcome in. It's Laura from Tenacious Taurus Twin Flame Tarot, and this is going to be your monthly reading for January. Keep in mind, timing and energy is fluid. This could have already happened, is happening right now, or is about to happen. So please only take with you the messages that resonate and leave behind the rest. Also keep in mind, this is for any major Cancer placement, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, and North Node. And so if this message does not resonate, I do encourage you to check your other signs and placements. Cancer, you're weighing the pros and cons. I felt this back and forth, pros and cons, and I do feel you've really put off making a big decision. There's a decision that needs to be made, and I feel like now you're feeling rushed. You're feeling rushed, but you've had a lot of time to make this decision. So I just feel like huge step in a new direction. I also feel like legal troubles. You could be dealing with some legal troubles. I felt like you might have to go to like a courtroom. You might be dealing with banking issues, maybe a bankruptcy. I just felt like a court negotiation, a difficult negotiation, and a decision, right? And so the weighing of the scales too was another energy. Also feel you got an ex here that is bringing up some old issues that you don't want to deal with, but they need to be dealt with, Cancer. So I do feel this needs to be dealt with. These old issues likely need to be rehashed before you can go to a new cycle or rekindle a new cycle with somebody from the past. But I feel like you've already decided to leave something behind. Like you've already moved on from something. But there's like a struggling relationship coming to an end, and somebody I feel is like trying to undermine you or delay. And I felt underlying anger and frustration. So let's see what needs to come through with the cards. Because usually the messages coincide. So this round we're doing the dark mirror because we are closing out the Pluto and Capricorn energy. It's at the 29th degree, which is the sludge, the dark Capricorn devilly darkness, right? And we're moving into the age of Aquarius. So we're kind of in the sludge of the Capricornian lessons. So let's go into the dark mirror for you, Cancer. Let's see what dark mirror energies are weighing when it comes to this the weighing of the pros and the cons. Ooh, addicted, anger, and chains. So you're chained to something. You're addicted to something. What? You're addicted to betrayal. I feel like a 10 of Swords energy here. There's some type of betrayal here. I feel like either you're feeling stabbed in the back or you feel like you're stabbing somebody in the back. But I feel there's anger. You're breaking some chains. And look at that, the 29. So there is something significant being X'd out of your life. I feel leading up to the Sun Pluto conjunction on the weekend, and so there's going to be a big wrong. And so I just feel maybe you took the wrong path. I do feel maybe you've been addicted to staying in a state of regret and remorse, but we're going to see what's going on here. I do feel a struggling relationship, and I do feel like it does feel like somebody's betraying you, or maybe you've betrayed somebody. But what is Cancer's dark mirror coming through for January, please? Oh, we got two. Is this me? And black flower fragrance. So this is like a heart chakra activation. There's a lot of pain being released. I'm actually feeling a stabbing pain right here, like in my lower rib on the right side. I had to think about that for a minute. But it's like, are you being your authentic self? There's a tower when it comes to a relationship foundation here, for sure. And so leaving something false behind. And I do feel it's time to tie up some loose ends. There's that artificial heart. So there's been some type of denial. You've been living in fantasy land. I do feel your heart's not in a situation. And I do feel you're in for a battle. But I feel if you're coming from a place of integrity, if you are putting yourself out there as your most authentic self, you've got nothing to worry about. I feel a hanged man energy here. So you could be dealing with a Pisces, doesn't have to be, but I feel, yeah, there's going to be a heart activation here, an awakening. And this is like really triggering like fear of people seeing you for who you really are. So it's like everybody can see ya. It's the moon energy. It's like naked before the stars, coming out of an illusion. And maybe this is going to be some type of an exposure of an addiction. I feel trauma bond. And so let's go a little bit further. Virgo had artificial heart. Let's go a little bit further with the archetype deck and see what kind of archetypes are here. Well, we get a damsel in distress and we get a mentor. So I just feel like a parent-child dynamic. Maybe you've been in a relationship, a romantic relationship that's been struggling, that's turned into like a parent-child dynamic. And so somebody here is the teacher, somebody here is the student. And I feel a feminine here that is just wanting somebody to provide for her. If she just, you know, gives them all of the loving and the sexing that they want, and has created some type of romantic illusion and has been holding on to a romantic illusion. And I do feel doesn't want to rely on themselves, doesn't want to take care of themselves. And I feel somebody here is tired of somebody's inability to take care of themselves and moving on from a false structure. So I do feel there's a lot of wisdom being gained. I do feel recognizing a teacher-student dynamic and not wanting this, or like a parent-child dynamic and not wanting this, right? Because is this really who you are? Is this really who you are? So I do feel I'm talking to a Cancer who's a healer, who's a mentor, who's likely stepping into some type of leadership position. Maybe you've been taken advantage of. You know, Cancer, they help everybody, right? Cancer cares for everybody. It's the mother of the zodiac. It's ruled by the moon. It's the nurturing energy. And so I just feel there's no repairing a struggling relationship here, and you're needing to transform this pain into your healing journey. And maybe this will be your mentorship path. Maybe you're going to be a mentor for others to help them regain their self-esteem after an ending, after a heartbreak. I do feel this hurts. So let's see what archetype energies are surrounding this dark mirror. Warrior, healer. You are a wounded healer. So a lesson in betrayal. I do feel a lesson in betrayal. 7:07 on the timer. A lesson in betrayal, right? And in self-sacrificing, right? Maybe in equal giving and receiving, right? I feel you're dealing with somebody very codependent here, codependent on you, codependent on another to feel safe. And so you're confronting the dark mirror of self-empowerment is what I feel taking place in January, Cancer. And so you've been in a connection that has created a lot of fears surrounding physical survival, financial survival, which may be where that banking energy come in. I do feel maybe you're awakening to your own authority. Maybe this is humiliating. Maybe you do have to go bankrupt after an ending with somebody that betrayed you or took advantage of your kindness and swindled you out of some money or something. But I feel this is going to help you show your self-compassion, build some self-esteem. I think maybe you did. You traded your morals and your values to be with somebody. And, you know, they had low moral values and principles. And now you need to dig yourself out at any cost, right? Which could be like a legal battle of some sort. But I feel like maybe this is karma for suffering you've inflicted on somebody else, right? Because what goes around always comes around. But I think you're conquering the ego in January, learning to no longer be the martyr and learning what true loyalty is within a connection, right? What unselfishness means within a connection. And so I do feel somebody misused your confidences, misused what you gave them, and betrayed you. And so maybe you're feeling like you're losing your personal identity, because I think I'm talking to a Cancer that likes to play the rescuer. Some people get addicted to rescuing people, and we can't assume that everybody wants to be rescued. Not everybody wants to be rescued. Some people are addicted to their crappy programs and being stuck and being the martyr and being the victim. And so I feel January, the energy shifts are providing you, Cancer, the strength that you need to leave a situation behind, because I think you're finding yourself in some type of crisis is what it feels like. So let's jump in with the tarot, Cancer, and see what else needs to come through. Yeah, the Lovers. There's a crisis, all right. You've got a big decision to make here. And I think time is of the essence. So you can keep holding on to something that you know isn't bringing you satisfaction, that you know you need to walk away from, because it's not bringing you what it is that you want. You want more out of life. And I think there is a connection that I feel you look at that as somebody that will bring you true love. Maybe it's going to start out as a friendship. So there is an unexpected choice in Lovers here. And if you want to recover from an unhealthy situation, a struggling time, You're going to have to walk away from something. You're going to have to choose to make those big changes, right? You might have to leave an entire home situation behind. You might have to leave it all behind. And I think that's the big decision. And I think somebody is undermining you and maybe using your kindness and mistaking that for a weakness that they can play on, right? So what other energies need to come through for Cancer, please, for January? There's like an abandonment wound here. Maybe you feel guilty and you don't want to abandon somebody. Yeah, I also feel this person is coming between you and a connection that can be very satisfying to enlightened beings, right? So it's like somebody keeps dragging you back down into their issues, into their hang-ups. And so I do feel this is manifesting into some financial challenges, and you're worried about money. Maybe it's like because this person depends on you for financial assistance. Maybe you feel it's poor timing to leave somebody behind because they depend on you, but you've got a dream and you know exactly where you're going. And this person, I feel, is a block. So you're going to have to trust yourself. You're going to have to push your fears aside, Cancer, and you're going to have to take a leap of faith. Because if you don't take a leap of faith, you could miss out on a golden opportunity. I think you got to find your strength to come out of a period of introspective learning. I think you're like worried about taking a chance. I do feel there's somebody that you want to give your cup of love to, and this could slip away if you don't boss up. You need to go through a major realignment here. January is bringing in a realignment, and I do see a masculine here bossing up and taking charge of a situation, and you might have to break somebody's heart to go after a reunion with somebody. But I feel, you're letting go of something that really has kept you in a state of lack. You might be breaking off an engagement, making an announcement that you're breaking off an engagement with somebody that's been connected to you through your family or your group of friends. And I do think there's regret about also not being there for somebody in their time of need. And so there's a masculine here going through an awakening, getting a wake-up call. Aries energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. I do feel a situationship is going to be a hot topic of some gossip here as well. And I do feel you're going to have to face some challenges. I do feel there is a masculine here that wants to return to somebody from the past. Maybe that they abandoned. Maybe somebody that they have children with. And I do feel wants to bring in some type of healing or offer, wants to work with somebody that I think, has withdrawn all energy from them. That is no longer giving to a situation, which is triggering movement after a long period of stuckness. This is a wake-up call. I feel somebody's like, holy crap, that was my wish fulfillment. Oh my God, I walked away from my wish fulfillment, and I think somebody stayed stuck for a while. Stayed stuck trying to, heal, gain insights, stuck, healing a core wound, trapped in an old mindset. And I do feel there's going to be unexpected movement in January towards something new. But I feel we've got somebody here saying, I don't know that I'm going to invest in this. So let's ask this Queen of Coins what she has to say, because I really don't feel like she wants to invest. She was like, hey, you had your chance and you blew it. You didn't invest in me. You didn't invest in me. You went towards drama and conflict and a loveless situation. And so I just feel we could have somebody here that waited a long time for an apology too, while a masculine closed out a cycle with a feminine that was only with them for their money, right? And so something here is being transformed in January. Cancer, something here is being transformed in January. And so you've definitely gone through a significant life experience that has activated you taking charge and creating change in your life. There's going to be a powerful, unexpected message, because somebody here is breaking free from a situation where there's been a lot of arguing, a lot of challenging energies, a loss of victory. And I feel like somebody here has just been refusing to close out a cycle and learn a lesson. And it is a lesson in equal giving and receiving. And so I do feel a block. You got somebody here trying to come between you and another person. And this is all about paying off some karmic debt. So there's like somebody's really had the veil of illusion on a situation masking how unhappy and manipulative a situation has been, to block somebody from a new beginning in love, to block somebody from a new emotional experience. So I feel the good that you put out there will come back to you, but I feel somebody, you know, I feel somebody borrowed from you or needed your help financially, and they are not giving it back or something. So I think you've just overshared. You've overshared, and it's time to dig yourself up from a hole you've kind of put yourself in here, Cancer. So I do feel get ready to release an unwise choice. Let's get you one last little love note from the universe. Let's get you a closing message from the universe, Cancer. Love in spite of it all. I do feel somebody here is also trying to spite you, so honor yourself. This is a lesson in honoring yourself. Is this really you? Is this who you are? Or is this just a reflection of like a wound, right, that somebody's triggering in you? So love in spite of it all. And so I do feel, you know, you're at like this odyssey is what I want to say, Cancer. You're at the odyssey. I think at one point in time, maybe you looked at this person as your best friend, and now they're turning into your worst enemy as you close out a cycle with somebody. But you are ready to dare to take a leap of faith, to go after big love in spite of everything you've been through. So this is the lesson in honoring your truth, coming from a place of integrity and looking in the mirror and addressing your shadow self. And so that's what this dark mirror was about truth and authenticity. So I think it's time for you to rock on to a new destination. It really is. It's not as if you need anyone anyway. So, you know, everything always works out for the highest good. And I think, you know, maybe you wanted to keep this person in your life because you thought they were a friend, but they're really not a friend. There's a lot of opposing energies here. There's a lot shifting and changing. And it's time for you to take a chance in a new direction. And that's kind of what I got for you, Cancer. So I really hope this helped. I hope this resonated. If you would like to book a personal or a soulmate reading with me, I do encourage you to check out that description box below, Cancer. And I do look forward to seeing you all again next time. Thank you.